Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here on the show to the first of two Horizon League semifinals. First one here, number 1 Robert Morris and number 6 Oakland. Really unfortunate, man, for Oakland. They led a majority of this game. But ended up down to overtime, and Robert Morris ends up getting the win. 79-76. Greg Campy done a really good job. You know, they had a really horrible start to the season, but they played really well in conference play. Advanced to the semifinals here, and they led over half this game. They led 27 minutes of this one. They led 27 minutes and 5 seconds, but come up short. And you gotta give credit to Robert Morris. I mean, there were a few times where they were down in this game. Well, pretty much this whole game, about over half of it, they were down, but they kept it close and rallied to get this win. Oakland did a really good job. I would have thought this team would get to the semifinals of the Horizon League, and they fought. They fought this whole game, but they just really couldn't make any shots. Neither team would really make any shots in overtime. I don't think Robert Morris scored. They didn't score. Nobody scored in the last, 3 minutes? I believe it was, the last 3 minutes? What was it in overtime? I gotta see, because I forgot. Up on my stat sheet. What was the score in overtime? It was 5-2 in overtime, in favor of Robert Morris. I think these points were, legit in the first, few minutes of overtime. Nobody scored in the last, or there were no points in the last 30 minutes and 38 seconds or something like that. Yeah, legit, start of overtime. They win the jump ball, they hit a 3-pointer. Oakland makes a free throw, then a jumper by Robert Morris. That was their last points at the 3:38 mark of overtime. One free throw made by Oakland with the 2:20 mark, and that's the last point. So both these teams just really struggled shooting in overtime. But Robert Morris made clutch threes when they needed them in the second half. Oakland hit a few as well, but it just wasn't enough. I thought they got a balanced scoring attack in this one at Oakland, with 4 players in double figures, but they just struggled to make a shot in overtime. They were 0 of 7 from the field. They took 6 3-point attempts. They didn't make any of them. So they were shooting fine from 3 until overtime. Robert Morris hit 10 of their 25 3-pointers. So, and they had a clutch one, I believe, to tie this game at 74. So they just resilience to advance to the conference championship game. But the last sequence in that second half I want to talk about, there was 10 seconds left, and Greg Campy, I know he's a good coach, fantastic coach, but with 3 seconds left, why do you call a timeout there? You've already wasted 7 seconds. You just let your dude drive to the paint right there. I don't know why you called that late timeout. That was a great move. Oakland would have won this basketball game. That was a great move. He was going to have an easy layup, and they call a timeout. If you knew you were calling that, then call it soon as the ball's over half court. If you don't call it, let him play it out. He had the guy thinking to go ahead. He had the guy thinking to go ahead and win it. I just hate that timeout there by Greg Campy. Hell of a coach, but that's just a bad timeout there with 3 seconds left. I thought their players played really hard and deserved to win. They just didn't have enough shot making, like I mentioned. They just didn't have enough. But the coaching sequences at the end of regulation overtime was ridiculous. Just up and down season for them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe last year was a fluke. where they got that far with Jack Golke. But they fought hard. I mean, I didn't expect them to get here, obviously. But it's just bad coaching, they're thinking overtime. But they were led by Alan Mukeba, 18 points, 8 for 15 from the floor. DQ Cole, 11 points, 3 of 9 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. Isaiah Jones, 7 points. Neve LaRua, 13 points, 5 of 9. Woodrich, 8 points, 1 of 5 from the floor and 3. Mal Christie, 3 of 8 from the field and 3. But they just didn't have enough in this game. And they forced 14 turnovers and scored 21 points off of them. So that's really what they were able to do, get most of their points, was getting turnovers. And getting second chance points, 8 of them off 10 offensive rebounds. But they weren't that great in the paint with layups, 8 for 16. But I thought they were fine offensively. They just didn't have enough there at the end and in overtime. But it really shouldn't have went to overtime from what I just said, when you think about it. But they hit clutch threes. Omo Jaffo hit a clutch 3 near the end. Their leading scorer was Cam Woods, 23 points, 8 for 19. DJ Smith, 11 points. Ishmael Platt, 5 of 6, 10 points off the bench. Junior Prather, 3 of 8, 7 points. Foggy Reyes, 12 points, 3 of 6, 2 from 3. Amar Dickerson, 6 points, 2 for 8. Josh Omo Jaffo, 3 of 8, 2 of 3 from 3 with 10 points. So, just resilience by Robert Morris. They didn't play their best offensively. They're a good offensive team. They didn't play their best offensively, but they hit clutch shots when it mattered, and their defense played pretty well, I thought. Sucks Greg Kempy's team is out because he's a hell of a coach, but they just didn't have enough. We'll see if they're going to be any good next year. I don't know. I mean, that's really all I gotta say here. Robert Morris going to the conference championship game. I believe tomorrow night they will be playing the winner of Youngstown State and Cleveland State, which I'm going to watch. Should be a good one. I believe it's 4-2 right now at the start of it. So we'll see who will face Robert Morris at the conference championship tomorrow night. So I'll see you. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, make a like. Peace. And I will be out for that one, for that game, and the Warriors game. Peace.